Stick around because I'll be covering 3 tips that have helped me consistently get over overwhelm. Overwhelm. It's something we can all relate to, and it's something I feel like I want to discuss today because I am feeling it right now. And so, why do I feel overwhelmed right now? Well, it's because I was supposed to record this very video yesterday, and I didn't. I didn't get around to it. Life got in the way. Also, I'm in the process of transitioning away from book summaries into more original content and kind of shifting my niche a little bit. And so it's also that. So this feels like a bigger step than what I was consistently doing for the last number of months, just book summary after book summary after book summary, and shifting now into original content. So I was feeling a bit nervous to come on here, record something more original, not something directly from a book, but more original of my original thoughts and ideas and experiences, and bringing it to the table here in front of you to try to add value to those who find value to this particular video and any video that I put out there. And because I was nervous about it and I didn't really know, well, what should be my first original video that I do, I kept putting it off yesterday. I didn't get around to doing it. And since I didn't get around to recording anything at all yesterday, I had told myself at the end of the day yesterday, dude, since you didn't record today, you've got to record tomorrow. So here I am tomorrow, which is today. And now I'm finally recording. But the day is almost over. Today is almost over. Again, life had happened. Certain sequences of events had taken place. I was still nervous about and not fully knowing what I should talk about first in my first original video, getting beyond doing book summaries. And since I've just been feeling that overwhelm yesterday and feeling that overwhelm even more and snowballing even into today, I decided to talk about overwhelm. Every time I feel overwhelmed, these 3 tips have always helped me get beyond overwhelm. And maybe it'll help you. Now, these 3 tips don't fall in necessarily any particular order, but I'm going to talk about them in an order that I typically go in for myself. So, referring to the recording of this particular video, how did I get beyond overwhelm? The first thing I did is that I acknowledged the feeling. I acknowledged that I was feeling overwhelmed, that I was feeling nervous. And so, what did it look like for me to acknowledge this feeling of overwhelm? Well, I asked myself, why do I feel what I'm feeling right now? Why am I nervous? Why am I overwhelmed? Why am I feeling overwhelmed? Or what I would label as being overwhelmed. Well, it's because I told myself I was going to record this video yesterday and I didn't. And here I am today. It's almost the end of the day. And I told myself yesterday, dude, you gotta buckle down and make sure to record this video tomorrow, which is today. And so here I am putting something out, getting something out. And I decided well, I've got to talk about what I'm feeling right now and just go with that. Because maybe, just maybe, what I'm going to share today in today's video is going to help at least one person, hopefully, at least one person, or many people. That would be awesome. But if it's just one person, cool. So again, tip number 1, admit to yourself that you're feeling a bit off, that you're feeling nervous, you're feeling overwhelmed, whatever that feeling that you're feeling, you're not as vibrant as you're not maybe as fun, laid back, and vibrant as you typically are. You just feel a little off. You're more recluse. You're not talking to people as much as you typically do. You're not having as much fun as you typically do. Acknowledge what is going on so you can start problem solving. Because once I started acknowledging, okay, I'm feeling these feelings, now let's try to work on figuring out a solution to get beyond these feelings so I can get myself back to true north, get myself back to my true self, get beyond this feeling, this uncomfortable feeling of being overwhelmed, this feeling of that's in the pit of your stomach, that nervous feeling, that you feel like there's something tugging at you that you need to hurry up and accomplish. So I've admitted and acknowledged that I'm feeling overwhelmed. So the next thing I've done, which is tip number 2, is prioritize my list of things that I need to do. So it's not just the recording of this video that I have not done yet. It's a list of other things that I have not done yet yesterday and spilling over into today. And so I wrote down that list of things that I must do, the things that I absolutely must do and or want to do that I haven't done yesterday and I still haven't done today. And the top of the list, the highest priority was recording this video. So I knew to get beyond this feeling of overwhelm, I had to tackle the very first thing at the top of the list first. Because those other things on my list are, if they don't get done, it's fine if it goes into the next day. But this, for sure, I did not want it to go into the next day. I don't want it to go into the next day. So this is the top priority that I know if I just knock this one out today, and maybe a few of the other ones on my list, then I can go to bed tonight. I can sleep tonight knowing that mission accomplished. I feel great. I can have a good day tomorrow without thinking, having that weight on my shoulder of, you still got to do this, you still got to do that. So again, tip number 2, prioritize. It's important to prioritize. Typically when I feel overwhelmed, I'm just zoomed in to everything that I need to accomplish, that the focus is off. I feel like I got to eat this whole entire elephant, but if I just take a zoom out, and see, okay, well, these are the list of things that are making me feel overwhelmed. It's not just one big thing, it's a lot of little things. Just as I wouldn't eat an entire elephant all in one sitting, it would be one bite at a time, right? That is how you eat the elephant, is one bite at a time. So if you can only do just one thing at a time, creating this list of things that you must do and or want to do that are making you feel overwhelmed because you haven't accomplished those things yet, you haven't taken care of those things yet, is so critically important. And then ranking them from most important to least important, so you can tackle the most important thing first. And then along the way, you can celebrate those small wins, small victories. Yes, I did the most important thing. Now I'm feeling better. Now I'm feeling like I can breathe again, right? Because I don't know about you, but I believe that if you're going to tell yourself that you're going to do something, you do it. You follow through and you do it. I'm someone who follows through with the things I tell myself I'm going to do. And just as I treat myself that way, I treat others that way too. So if I tell somebody, yes, I'm going to commit to that activity with that group or that person, I'm going to fully commit and make sure I am present for those times. And if I feel that I can't commit to it, then I'll straight up say, no, I can't commit to something like that right now. But, let me know the next time that happens, or if another new thing comes up, I'll be there. I'll take a look at my calendar and see if I can make it happen. Because the moment you lie to yourself, that just takes a knock on your self-image. Your confidence begins to drop and drop and drop each time you lie to yourself. And each time you lie to somebody else and you don't follow through on the things you say you were going to do, then people are going to start not trusting the things that you tell them that you're going to say and do. Each time you don't commit to the things you told people that you were going to do, trust just begins to erode. It's like the boy who cried wolf. And you don't want to be that person who says things and then doesn't do them. Says they're going to be there, doesn't show up. Says they're going to do that thing and help out, doesn't show up. It's important to step up. I feel it's important to step up, and I live by this, to take full responsibility to never lie to myself. And as such, since I never lie to myself, I don't lie to other people. The things I tell myself I'm going to do, I'm going to do them. Even if it's not yesterday, if it's not today, it'll be tomorrow. I will follow through and I'll do it. And if I'm going to commit to going to some place with somebody, I'm going to commit to that. And so first, I acknowledged the fact that I was feeling overwhelmed. And then I prioritized. And the last thing that I did, which is tip number 3, is I took action. I took action on the thing that was most important on my priority list, which was the recording of this video. The recording of this video was definitely the most important thing on my list. The other things are small little things that I still want to do because I know I need to do it. I want to stay consistent with the things I told myself I'm going to do. I told myself I'm going to do it, so I'm going to commit to them. But this was definitely the biggest, heaviest thing I wanted to do, that I needed to do, that I must accomplish today, because I did not want to do it tomorrow or the next day or the next day or the next day. I didn't want to keep pushing it off because this was the biggest weight. This was the very thing that couldn't be delayed any further. And what I've learned over the years, anytime you feel that nervous, fearful feeling at the pit of your stomach, the best remedy to get beyond that feeling and get back to baseline is to take action. Is to feel that feeling, to feel that fear, to feel that nervousness, and do it anyway, to push beyond it. So here I am now. I am recording this video. I am nearing completion of this video now. In the beginning, when I was feeling overwhelmed, I had no idea what I was going to record. I had a vague idea of what I might record today on today's video, but I didn't really have a solid idea of what it would be. And since I was feeling overwhelmed yesterday, or I would say last night, since I didn't accomplish recording this video at all yesterday, and then it carried and spilled over into today, where the anxiety and the nervousness and the overwhelm just snowballed and got bigger, I decided, let's make a video on feeling overwhelmed and touch on the 3 main steps that got me to this point where I am already starting to feel better. That feeling at the pit of my stomach is almost nearly gone now. Now that I'm knowing that I'm so close to accomplishing this major task that I wanted to complete. And when I finally hit the stop button on this recording, I am definitely going to take a brief moment to just celebrate the fact that I did something. I took action, right? I acknowledged that I was feeling overwhelmed. I then took inventory of the things of why I was feeling overwhelmed, so that I'm aware of the things that are overwhelming me currently. I ranked them from most important to least important. And then I started to take an action. I started to take action on the very thing that is on the top of that list, the most important thing, which was, again, the recording of this video. And that's exactly how I solved this problem of feeling overwhelmed today. Because again, that nervous, fearful, anxious feeling at the pit of my stomach is gone now. I figured out how to solve my problem of feeling overwhelmed. I stuck to a process that has consistently helped me. And here I am, no longer feeling overwhelmed. I remained flexible about what I would record in today's video. This isn't exactly what I imagined I was going to do. It was just a very last minute spontaneous idea I had. I did a little bit of research before I started jotting down some bulleted notes of what I would talk about in today's video about overwhelm, just making sure that this was a topic that others would find value in, and I got it done. If you liked this video, please like or subscribe or comment below or share this with somebody who you feel would benefit from this particular topic. And as always, be kind to yourself so that you can be kind to others. Serve yourself so that you can serve others. Until next time, take care.